Hello viewers, I welcome you to Word of Life with Padre Okoromi Paul. I thank you all for taking our time to listen to my message, and I'm really grateful, and I say thank you for all that you have been doing. And do not forget, after watching this message, do not forget to press the subscription button. Today I'll be taking us on the duties of the wife. The last time I talked about the duties of the husband, and when I posted the video on the social media, Facebook precisely, a friend asked me that is the man just the head? What about if the wife has a better knowledge of managing the home? Is she not also supposed to be the head? Then I say to her, you relax, I am going to take out time to also bring about the duties of the wife. And today I'll be doing that. Duties of the wife. Now let us go back to the creation account when the woman was created for the man by God. The scripture says that man was left alone without no helpmate, and the man fell asleep, and when he woke up, he found one who was suitable for him, and the word that is used is Adam's helpmate. Adam's helpmate. Helpmate. Therefore, whatever the woman does, her motive must be to help, motivate, uplift, and promote her husband. Whatever the woman does, her motive is to help, to motivate, and to uplift the husband. That is what the idea of helpmate entails. Now let us look at some of the duties of a woman, or the duties of the wife in the house and to the family. First and foremost, the wife, you must love your husband. The wife, you must love your husband. We are experiencing something new about love of husband in this 21st century. We have come to discover, or even with interaction with certain married persons, we've come to discover that many wives do not love their husband, or let me put it, some wives, so that it will be better that way. Some wives do not love their husband. Now, what are the reasons that could warrant reasons why one that you are living with, that you are sleeping on the same bed with, you don't have love for the person? One of the reasons is some persons might have been married because of they want to enjoy material benefits. There are a lot of marriages out there today that is just for the material benefit that is in the marriage, or people marry just because they want to gain visa, or they want to gain certain green card or something. The love is not there. It's just arrangee. That is arrangee marriage, as the case may be. There is no love existing. Number two, she might have been growing old. You know, some persons, when they are growing old because of the challenges they are passing through from the family, from the home, even maybe their parents or their parents, they are giving them serious tension that they should get married. So because of that, some persons just want to get married because the pressure is much. That could be another reason why people get married and they don't love the people that they are married to. Also, she might have gotten herself pregnant by accident. That is another reason why you see the love is not usually in the marriage. This is my advice. If you are a woman and you are in the marriage that you don't love your husband, I beg you today, go and ask for forgiveness from God. Pray to God to forgive you, because your duty as a woman is to love your husband. That is your number one responsibility. Your number one duty is to love your husband. Because if there is no love in the marriage, there is no way you can be able to perform your duty as a wife. You cannot carry out your work in the home as a wife. We must get that into consideration. Number 2, submit to your husband. You know, when we talk about submission, the idea of submission is usually, today, people see it as being subjective, and it is not objective. Forgetting that even the scripture even told wives to be submissive to their husband. You can check that in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22 to 24. It is there where the advice to wife is they should submit themselves to their husband, just like Christ, just like the church is under Christ. That is how the wife is to submit herself to the husband. We must not get this in the wrong way. And for the men too, that your wife is being submissive to you does not mean you become a bulldozer. You don't become a bulldozer because your wife is subjected to you, because most times when men wants to prove their manness in the family or their headship in the family, they always refer to this part of the scripture. No, being subjected to you or being submissive to you is not for you to become a dictator over her, or to turn your family or to turn your house into a military barrack or the war front. No. If your wife is submissive to you, it means that you need to respect her. Wives, don't forget that. You need to be submissive to your husband. No matter the kind of school of thought that are out there today that are telling the women they don't need to be submissive to their husband. But one thing we must know, the scripture is clear about this. You know, sometimes it is only the Christian woman that will understand this very well. This idea of submission to the husband. It's a Christian woman that will understand this concept very well. But one who is not a Christian, this concept may be so difficult for the person to understand. You need to be submissive to your husband. That is number 2. Now, number 3, you need to keep the home. Yes, you need to keep the home. Now, keeping the home, what does it entail? It doesn't mean that you are the house girl in the house, because sometimes many women don't see this as ideal. Keeping the home doesn't mean that you are the house girl or you are the slave in the house. No, that is not what you are. Keeping the home means that you are to ensure your husband, your children, they are able to carry out the assignment that they are supposed to do. Take care of the children and take care of your husband. That is keeping the home. Now, the next one is, as a wife, you must provide sexuality for your husband. That is, you must provide sexually for him. You must attend to his sexual needs. There used to be a very big problem in this area. You know, these days, some men, because men are easily, the men, because of the makeup of the man is always wanting sexual intercourse because of the makeup of the man. But it is lesser on the part of the women. So now, the man, you need to understand your wife in that aspect. And wife too, you need to know when your husband wants you. And what does this entail? It means you have to provide for him sexually. You have to give him that part of you that he needs most. You need to attend to him. And for the husband too, you need to understand that there has to be consensus between both of you. Like somebody was telling me the other day that there is a tribe here in Nigeria that whenever the man wants to have the woman, it's just to blow whistle. Once he blow whistle, that the woman understands what the man is talking about. That once the man has whistle, then the woman understands. So there has to be understanding. And the man too, you need to understand when the woman is not disposed, and you need to understand that makeup. And for women who don't usually see this as something to do, you have to provide sexually for your husband, because if you don't do that, you may be pushing him out. Yes, you may be pushing him out. We need to understand that. Many extramarital affairs that people have, that husbands have outside, is usually linked to this. When you are married to someone and you're not providing for him sexually, you have no other thing that you are telling him other than telling him that he should go out. So you must provide sexually for your husband as a woman. And the next number is, as a woman, you must provide nice food for your husband. This one, there is a big problem here, because there are some women that don't know how to cook. Yes, I call them the fast food women, or the home delivery women. All they do is to order food. They don't ever cook. And if demands come for them to cook, it's either they employ the help of the house help, or they employ the help of family members or even friends. As a woman, one of the first things that you must learn at home before leaving your family house to the man is you must learn how to cook. It is very, very basic. Learn how to cook. You need to provide nice food, not just knowing how to cook. Know how to cook nice food, because men loves good food. If you cook well for your husband, he will always desire to come back home. Wherever he is, your food will be what he will be longing to come and eat. Nice food. Some women out there, they don't even know how to cook. Some ladies out there, they don't know how to cook. Good food. You can use good food to win a man's heart. You can use good food to win your husband's heart. So you need to be one who can cook. There is something that somebody was telling me the other day, a friend who wants to get married, and there is this particular one that has been following him every time. But his problem, when he told me, he said, the problem I'm having with this young lady is that she does not even know how to cook. How can I marry a woman that don't even know how to cook? So please, as a woman, don't just be a fast food wife. Don't be a fast food wife, or don't be the home delivery wife that will always order food to be delivered to you. Cook. Go to the kitchen. Give your husband a treat by giving him good food. The next is you must provide nice, supportive company and friendship. Yes. It gets to a time that the company and friendship is what becomes paramount in the relationship. You must provide time to chat with your husband, and you must also encourage him when he's down. When your husband is down, it's not the time for you to remind him how unfortunate he is, because some ladies are fond of doing it. It is when their husband, when things are not moving well, that is when they will now be reminding him how they regret marrying such a man. That is not what should be. That is not as as a good company, as a good friend. That is not what you tell a friend when a friend is down. What you tell a friend when a friend is down is to give him that support that he needs. Tell him it's going to be well. Always be a wife who will tell your husband, darling, it is going to be well. No matter what we are passing through, it is going to be well. Stop the idea of comparing your husband to another family, because you don't even know what other families are passing by. Forget all these public shows that people do today. You see people post pictures, videos on Facebook. They only post their happy moments. They post their happy moments. They don't post their trying times on Facebook, because what people want to celebrate, people are interested in celebrating success. Nobody wants to celebrate your trying moment. All that people are interested in is to celebrate your success. So don't always compare your man with another person. Always give him that encouragement that everything is going to be better. As a woman, you need to, that is another duty that you hold your husband. Be a nice, supportive company and friend to him. Don't compare him to another person, because there are so many men out there that have committed suicide, that have even killed themselves and killed their wife and killed their children because of the kind of women they married, women that will never give support. So, as a wife, be a good company to your husband. The last one is, as a wife, you must be a virtuous woman. As a wife, you must be a virtuous woman. And who is a virtuous woman? A virtuous woman is that woman that the husband has confidence in her, and he does not lack anything of value. A virtuous woman is the woman who is helpful and encourages her husband. A virtuous woman is a woman who is hardworking. A virtuous woman is a woman who rises early to pray and work. A virtuous woman is a good planner who considers a lot of things before buying. A virtuous woman is not a prodigal wife. When I say prodigal wife, I mean a wife who always wants to spend and spend and spend and spend and spend without thinking of planning for the future. A virtuous woman is a woman who is not lazy, does not leave all the work in the house in the hand of the house help and in the hands of the maid. A virtuous woman is a woman who helps out financially when possible. A virtuous woman is a woman who learns a craft or a trade. Yes, who learns a craft or a trade. This is very, very important. There are so many persons who enter into marriage with the idea that it is a bed of roses. Marriage is not a bed of roses. It has its own difficulties too. So you must be prepared. You must learn something that you will use to accompany yourself in the marriage. A virtuous woman is the woman who is kind, who does not drive away visitor. She is hospitable, like Martha in the Bible. She dresses well to look attractive to her husband. That's a virtuous woman. You are not dressing well to attract other men. You are dressing well to attract your husband. That's a virtuous woman. A virtuous woman is the one who makes her husband look presentable and neat. Yes, I have to advise men in this area. Some men, you don't like your wife to tell you that you are not dressing well. Yes, if you are not dressing well and your wife is telling you that you are not dressing well, you need to do something. And if she is trying to get you some clothes to make you look well, so accept it. Yeah, that a virtuous woman will tell you. It is only a woman that doesn't care, that will not be concerned about your look. A virtuous woman is concerned about your look, because when they see the husband, they can be able to tell the kind of wife that he is married to. So from the husband, we can tell who the wife is. So if the husband is looking presentable and neat, then we can say that the wife is doing something. She's working. That is a virtuous woman, a virtuous wife. A virtuous wife is one who speaks with wisdom. She does not nag. Yes, a virtuous woman. That's a virtuous woman. She does not argue or disagree vehemently. Yes, that's a virtuous woman. She is not idle nor a busybody. A virtuous woman is one who is not idle nor a busybody. Now, idleness is what brings about being a busybody left and right, looking for the latest gossip in town and looking for what is happening around that one can gossip. As a virtuous wife, you are not supposed to be looking for the latest gossip in town or to be looking for the latest miracle center in town where you will take your husband to. As a virtuous woman, you are productive with your time. You are not looking for what is happening in the neighborhood. That is not a virtuous woman. Does not behave like that. As a virtuous wife, her children and the husband, they are proud of her. That's a virtuous woman, and that is why women should try their best. Try all you can to be able to make your children to be proud of you, to make your husband to be proud of you. These are just how it should go. As a virtuous woman, you are committed to the Lord. You know, sometimes being committed to the Lord is not always easy. Waking up in the morning, leading the family in prayer, telling them about God and all these things. It's not easy, but as a virtuous woman, you must do that. The 21st century has placed a lot of burdens on women, especially those who have to go to work and do all these things. But yes, even if you have to go to work, do not forget your duties. It's very, very important. Committed to the Lord. You must bring up your children in the way of the Lord. It's very, very important. Very, 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 very important. So I want to thank you all for taking our time to listen and watch this video. Duties of a wife. Marriage is very, very, very good. So the man and the woman, you must learn to understand each other. You must learn to carry out your work equally. And one thing we must know, as a man, don't throw it at your wife's face when she's being committed to you or when she's being submissive to you. Never try that as a man. Don't do that. Don't try to throw it on her face, because if you do that, you will let her lose her respect for you, because respect is reciprocal. If you don't respect her, don't expect she will not give you back the respect. So we must start learning these ideas about life. It's the way it should be. So thank you all for taking our time to listen to this message. And if you have enjoyed this message, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't also forget to share this message to your friends and your well-wishers. Thank you very much, and God bless you.